Hello, my dear students of grade 4. Last period we discussed what is called matter. We said that matter is everything around us that has a mass and occupy a certain space. When I put this in front of the board, it occupies a space. So matter is everything around us that has mass and volume. We said before in the last period that the word volume means it occupies a certain space. So now if we discuss these pictures, the balloon, we said that the balloon has mass and occupy a certain space. Also this glass which contains water, this glass has mass and occupies a certain space. Also this pen and this ruler both has mass and occupies a certain space. So what is the definition of the matter? We said before that the matter is everything around us that has mass and occupies a certain space. Like myself, I'm a matter. Why? Because I has mass and I occupy a certain space. Last period we take a homework question which is that why, give reason why the glass is a matter. Why? We said that this glass is a matter. Why? Because the glass has mass and occupies a certain space, means the glass has mass and has volume. So this is the answer for the homework question from the previous lesson. So now we discussed the matter. Now we want to know how to measure the length of the object. Now I have this book. Now I have this book and I want to measure the length of this book. How can I measure? By using a ruler. By using a ruler. Now we will discuss that to measure the length of object I have two main things: measuring tools and measuring units. We will discuss what is the meaning of measuring tools and measuring units. We will start by measuring tools. Now, I want to measure this book. The first thing that came in my mind that I will use the ruler. So I will use the ruler to measure the length of this book. So I have a ruler. So the ruler used for measuring small length. For example, the book. So I use the ruler to measure small length. But the graduated tape, you know, we always see this graduated tape with the carpenter that come to our home. And this graduated tape, it became so long. So the graduated tape is used for measuring the large length. The large length. For example, if I want to measure this room, the length from the board to the end, I will measure it with ruler? Of course no. I want another device. So I use the graduated tape. The graduated tape. The graduated tape used for measuring the large length. So I have two tools to measure the length. What is this tools? I have the ruler, this ruler, which measure the small length, for example, the book, and I have the graduated tape used for measuring the large length. For example, I want to measure the length of this board. Of course, I will not use the ruler. I will use the graduated tape. So, again, ruler for small lengths and graduated tape used for measuring the large length. Now, I will measure the length of this book. And it comes for me, it is 10. So 10 what? 10 cows? 10 camels? No. So I need a measuring unit. I need a measuring unit. 10 what? So I have 3 measuring units. When I measure the book, and it came the reading for me 10. So I need 10 what? Now, I have centimeter, and I have the meter and kilometer. Now, the centimeter used to measure the small length. If I measure the length of the book, if I want to measure the length of this small box, I will measure it by ruler. So this is a small length. So its unit will be centimeter. Its unit will be what? Its unit will be centimeter because it is a small length. So the unit of the small length, we call centimeter. Now, if I want to measure a large length, like if I say the room or this whole board, what it will be its unit? What is the unit? It will be the meter. It will be what? The meters. Now, if I'm traveling from Cairo to Alexandria, our measuring unit will be kilometer. So kilometer used for measuring a very large length. For example, the distance between the Cairo and Alexandria. So again, I measure the length. I have two main things: measuring tools and measuring units. We said that the measuring tools, I have two main tools: a measuring ruler and a graduated tape. If I want to measure small lengths, it will be with the ruler. But if I want to measure large length, like the room, it will be with the graduated tape. It will be with what? The graduated tape. Now, we said that we measure the length, and it came for me like, for example, 10. 10 what? So I need a measuring unit. We said I have three main measuring units: the centimeter, the meter, and kilometer. The centimeter for small length. For example, this book, this small box. But if I measure a large length like this board or this whole room, I need the measuring unit is meter. But if I'm traveling from Cairo to Alexandria, a larger length, so it is kilometer. Okay? Now, if I need to change from kilometer to meter, I should multiply by 1,000. If I need to change from kilometer to meter, I will multiply by 1,000. But from meter to centimeter, I will multiply by 100. And from centimeter to millimeter, I will multiply by 10. This is how can I change from kilometer to meter to centimeter. Okay. Then, now, I will ask a question. Put right or wrong, graduated ruler is one of the measuring unit of mass. I use this ruler to measure the mass, right or wrong? Of course, the answer will be wrong, because ruler is used for measuring what? Ruler is used for measuring the length, not the mass. Another question. Centimeter is the measuring unit of the length. We said I have three measuring units for length: centimeter and meter and and kilometer. Centimeter and meter and kilometer. So the centimeter is the measuring unit for length. So the answer will be what? The answer will be correct. So we said I have measuring tools and I have measuring unit. This is very important to study for this lesson for today. Now, the homework question. I answered this homework question because I will give you another homework question. I will give you, write with me please. This homework question called mention one use of the graduated tape. So the use of the graduated tape, we said what? The graduated tape for measuring a large length. Please write with me this homework question. Write with me this homework question. Your homework question for this lesson. Give me one use of the ruler. Give me one use for the ruler. So this is your homework question. So as a previous description for our lesson today, we have measuring tools for measuring the length, and we have a measuring unit. You should study it good, and thank you for listening for today.